Hey, welcome back to Scrolling with Nette. This is episode 2. Get out of the house. And right on cue, I am outside taking a walk while I record this and talk to you guys. Listen, after the pandemic, we all can see the effects of how we socialize, right? Now, you still have some social butterflies out there. And then you have some people who will want social butterflies become a little bit more recluse. And there's so many reasons why. You know, a lot of us have experienced a lot of things during that time. You know, people have suffered losses, relationships changed, all kind of things. So the isolation has had some effect on people. And there's two sides to every coin. The isolation gave people time to reflect, time to build. Some people skyrocketed, became extremely successful, while some people, kind of reverted and became the opposite in a certain respect. With that being said, there's a lot of single people I see while I'm scrolling on social media, and they speak on how hard it is to find someone. I myself am single, and I thought about it. Is it because people are afraid to socialize, or is it because of the state of the economy? Is it where you live? So many people have traveled to different states during that time. I, for one, am one of them. So when you try to find your footing in a new place, it could be hard. You have to build a community from scratch. But you also have to continue to build yourself up too. Now you may say, build yourself up how? Well, one, your mind frame. Why is it hard for you to step out your comfort zone? Why are you always in the house? You know what I'm saying? Because I pay my bills. I work hard. You don't see the economy. I want to enjoy all my rent. Okay, cool. But at some point, right, you got to have balance, a work-life balance. Now, some people may say, hey, I'm thriving. I go out to brunch. I travel, go to different countries. I'm good. Well, then this message isn't for you. I'm a person who loves to travel. I was recently in 3 different countries earlier this year. But when I came home, guess what I did? Stayed in the house. So it's not necessarily about how much you travel out the country. It's more so finding hobbies. Again, building community. There's this doctrine going around of hyper independence. And I don't like it. I was on live. I was on a live, I should say. Sharonda from Pay08. If y'all don't know who she is, check her out. And the topic came about as far as being a single woman and a damsel in distress and, getting out of your masculine energy. We see that spoken on these different platforms from dating coaches. And they're right when it comes to women, right? Some of us are in a certain energy. And it's not because we want to be. It's because when you're by yourself a lot, when you do things for yourself, it's hard to accept help from the outside. So in turn, that reads as masculine energy. But then you have some women who fall into the I don't need anyone. And that's the false doctrine y'all need to get rid of. Because what's happening is it's making you all a little bit too independent. Now, I never subscribed to the I don't need a man, I don't need this, I don't need that. That never was me. But I can recall being out with my cousin, and he was like, I could tell you single. I said, what that's supposed to mean? Because, he opens doors and he pays for things because that's just a tradition, right? Like, in our family. So he like, you ain't even let me open the door, but I'm not thinking about it because I'm so used to being by myself. I had a conversation with my best friend, who is a mom of two. Hey, Lynette girl. And she's seen me in different eras, but she's never seen me be this much of a homebody. She and I was in our clubbing days, partying together. Okay? In New York City, outside, in the cold, little dresses on. And speaking of clubbing, go watch my first episode, please, because it's about men being the new baddies in the club. Please check that out. But I knew it was bad when my best friend was like, you need to go outside. Like my birthday would come, y'all, and I would be in the house. I'd take myself to go get something to eat and go back in the house. And it's like, I don't have to, do the whole popping bottles because I'm over that type of, vibe. But I got to do something. So I started traveling more, getting the lay of the land in the city that I'm in, going to different things that I didn't have an interest in, but really love. Like, although I'm an artistic person, I like to draw, I can draw. I wasn't one of those super, I'm into art, going to art galleries. But guess who's always at one now? So it's like, you have to become an interesting person before people can be interested in you. And I got that from Fly Girl Carla. Please check her out. And this was years ago on her Fly Girl podcast. She spoke about this. But it's true. And it's not to have something contrived or forced or make up this and make up that. And this is for the fellas too. Like a lot of men have become super gym buffs and made that their whole personality. And granted, you may genuinely like that. That's great. There's women out there that's like that too. So you begin to find your community. So it's like, you can't find your community always being in the house. I'm seeing men and women on TikTok, on Instagram, make videos like, yo, why can't I never find the one for me? Or where all the women be at? I mean, they'll make jokes. I'm in Ulta. I don't see you women. Or women to be in Home Depot or Lowe's. Like, I'm looking for a husband. Where y'all at? And it's like, although y'all joking, at least y'all getting outside, right? There's some people do it for content, they don't mean it, but there's some people that actively go out to try to find someone. And I would say to you, don't make that your goal, right? Yes, be intentional, be open, but don't make the sole purpose of you going outside to find someone. Just get out the house for your mental health. If you gotta go on a walk for 30 minutes out the day, just go do that. You know what I'm saying? But I just want you all to feel encouraged. Trust God, of course. If he has you in a season of, being covered and being still and being isolated for a while, that's one thing. But if you know in your heart of hearts that he called you out of that and you're finding excuse after excuse, you're doing yourself a disservice. Getting out the house means a house of your comfort zone, not just a physical thing, but your mentality. We have to change, you guys. There's people out there that need to see you, need to hear you, that need to experience you. Have discernment, of course. Don't cast your pearls amongst swine. Don't do that. Be discerning, but also be warm and welcoming to new things, new adventures. I travel so much more. I've always had that in me, wanting to travel, and I made it a thing because I was like, I can't keep thinking about wanting to do it, and I just never do it. So for the past 5 or 6 years, I make sure I travel out the country to a different state, to a different, city or town, something. And I've met people along the way. I've networked, and not just, I network linear, which I heard Issa Rae say that a long time ago. It's like, don't look for the people that's just high up, but those are next to you that could connect you to, you never know who, you just don't know what you can build out of that. So if you made it this far, I appreciate y'all for listening. I'm going to continue this walk. It feels good out here. It's very scenic too. And make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And just, if you have any tips on telling people what they should do on getting out the house, y'all, because I don't got all the answers, please comment below. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.